Today, we will be rebuilding the Brooklyn Nets now that their season is officially over with. The Brooklyn Nets finished as the third worst team in the NBA at 20-62, so our job today is to turn this franchise around and win them a championship. But before we get into today's video, YouTube does tell me about 55% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed, so you do fall in that 55%, want to change that, that'd be greatly appreciated. So I'm actually recording this immediately after Spurs and Blazers game 2, and as a Blazers fan, I'm very happy. I did not think we were going to win that game. Even when Wemby went out, I still didn't think we were going to, because we've been getting killed in the non-Wemby minutes, but that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's just focus on the Nets. Now, obviously, we're going to go ahead and simulate the rest of the playoffs, but the Brooklyn Nets had to basically tank this season because it just made sense for them to do so. And then next year, things do become an interesting conversation. This team's going to have to put a competent lineup on the floor, a winning team, and of course, it all starts as usual with the lottery. So the Knicks go on to win the championship, though, in year number 1. So I just did a 10-year Brooklyn Nets rebuild, and we did not get lucky in that video. We actually fell to like pick 6, I think. So I'm hoping today that will change. We could stay in the top 3 at least. So we have the third best odds. Obviously, top 3 are tied, 14% chance. So without further ado, let's see how this video is going to go to start things off. Please just give me a top 3 pick at the very least. I don't need number 1, but top 3 would be nice. And we do get the third overall pick. I will take that. So that's going to change this video a little bit. I took Keaton the last time we were here, and the Clippers are actually going to go ahead and get the Pacers pick as well in this simulation. And then I don't know if we have an extra first in this draft. Maybe it's not this year, but in the future we absolutely will. So we are going to have the third pick, which is awesome. Fernandez, I believe, also just got extended in real life, so obviously he's gonna be the coach for this team going forward. I don't foresee myself making any trades right now because we honestly need to be a good team next year, because if I'm not mistaken, we do not have our pick in next year's draft. So yeah, it's a pick swap where the Rockets will have the, they'll have the right to swap picks with us. So we do not want to put a bad team on the floor. So MPJ and Claxton are 2 guys that are absolutely going to stay. There's no reason to sell anything off. In fact, we could be buying a little bit as well, but it all starts with who we're going to get at pick 3. So we also have a second rounder, which is 3rd, and then 12. So let's go ahead and hopefully kill this draft to start this rebuild. So number 1 is going to be AJ DeBonza to Memphis, and I assume the Kings take Darren Peterson, and they do. So we, of course, are going to just go ahead and take Cameron Boozer here. No complaints from me. So that is, of course, the best way we could have started this rebuild, walking away with one of those top 3 prospects. And then early in the second round, I'm going to go ahead and take Dash Daniels to start things off here. And then we have another second round pick to utilize. And we are going to take, maybe we take Kostic, or we could come down here and take like Bryson Tiller, which I think I'm going to do that. So I think that's a great way to start this one. Now, again, like I said, we want to put a good team on the floor next year, and Boozer will certainly help with that. So we're going to go ahead and accept all of these. Zaire Williams. Do we want to keep Zaire Williams? Let's see. So small forward rotation right now. We have MPJ. It would be Zaire Williams and Ochai Agbaji. So yeah, we can go ahead and accept Zaire Williams, and we'll accept Daron Sharp as well. So accept all of those. Qualifying offers Ochai Agbaji. We'll see on him. His qualifying offers were $13 million, so we're probably not going to extend that. And then for free agency, I don't know what our cap situation looks like, but we do have a little bit of money we could spend if we wanted to, so that's good at least. So obviously MPJ is the one making like the big deal on this team. He's the one making like $40 million. Claxton has himself a decent deal as well, where he is making $23 million, and then Terrence Mann has somewhat of a big contract. So my goal today, or I guess in this offseason, is to try to make at least one trade that makes us just a little bit better. So I think Boozer, Claxton, and then obviously MPJ as the forwards and the centers, I think is fine to me. Yegor Dimon, I would love to see start next year as well. But if we can find a way to get better in the backcourt, maybe it is just signing someone in free agency simply as well. But I will go and explore the trade market as well before we settle on that. So a trade I'm trying to make is going to be with the Miami Heat, where we acquire Tyler Herro. So I don't think Michael Porter Jr. is going to be the guy on this team for past this season. I don't think I'll be keeping him. So Herro and Boozer, I think, could be kind of a nice 1-2 punch for a while. And this is only if Miami was going to enter a rebuild, which of course they never do. So this is a very big what if. But I'm going to see if we can give this Knicks pick, that the Knicks are always really good, so it really doesn't matter. I might have to throw in one young player here, which would kind of suck, but let's see if we can get there. Maybe we're just not giving up too much. A second and another second. No. Okay, so that's not going to happen. What if I gave up Ben Seraph in this situation? I feel like he might get the trade. His value actually isn't that. Okay, that did get it to go through. So I don't feel like we gave up too much. Terrence Mann, Zaire Williams, and then the next pick that's going to be super late next year, and Ben Seraph, which does suck a little bit, but I think we have plenty of guard depth, especially with Herro coming in as well. But the biggest thing to me is Herro is going to make our team at least good, because he's a very good 2K simulation player, and he's a solid player in real life, obviously, as well. So that is the buy trade I was kind of talking about. I knew I wanted to make at least one, and I think we're good with this roster now. So we have another guy that's going to be able to score a little bit. Boozer obviously is going to be the future of this team. Claxton, Michael Porter Jr. to kind of help us be a potential playoff team as well. So I think that's going to be it for me this offseason. So let's go to player progression. So you have Traore up to an 80. You have Gordemans up to an 81. Clowney's up to 78. Drake Powell is up. And then Daron Sharp is getting healthy. And then MPJ and Tyler Herro are regressing. Like I said, Michael Porter Jr. probably not going to be on this roster past this season. In fact, if I'm able to, I might trade him at the deadline. But of course, it depends on circumstance. Like, if we need to make the playoffs, then maybe we don't trade him away. It just depends on what the return would be. But hopefully this team can be somewhat decent in year one with us not having our pick. We shall find out. So one thing I will say is power rank is pretty low on us at 28th, so we really shouldn't be expecting much. We do have some injuries, I guess, a little bit to talk about. Fantakio was signed, but I think I want to move Danny Wolf to center to be the third string there, or if he goes up, then maybe the backup, I don't know. And then Minot can go to the 3. I think we need kind of a backup 3 there, so something like that. So Tyler Herro, Drake Powell for now, until, of course, we have Gordemon back. And then we have MPJ, Cameron Boozer, Claxton, Josh Minot, Traore, Clowney, Danny Wolf, and Simon Fontacchio. But of course, Demon and Sharp will change the rotation when they are back. So let's go ahead and simulate to the end of year one, unless, of course, they stop at the trade deadline, which we shall see. I know Herro is also a free agent, so we are going to re-sign him at least once, and then we'll see if he stays throughout the entire video. Claxton isn't asking for much money, so I actually think resigning him does make sense here. Usually I trade him for a first, but I think today we're going to try to keep Claxton here for as long as we can. So let's go ahead, get to the end of year one or at the trade deadline, and hopefully this team is somewhat decent, but time will tell. So Jokic is going to win MVP. Peterson's your rookie of the year in Sacramento. Harper is your sixth man. Wemby is your depoy. And Riche is your most improved. And Luka Doncic is your clutch player. Chris Finch is your coach of the year. Executive goes to Nathan Mack. Garland is your cup MVP. So here's your All-NBA first team. And I will tell you right now that our goal was somewhat accomplished already. I'll show you what our record was, but basically what we were trying to accomplish this season was basically accomplished. So we'll go ahead and take a look at it here in just a second. But you got Cameron Boozer making all rookie first team. I don't think we had any All-NBA teams. I'm pretty sure that none of those guys we had were capable of making it, at least not yet. Boozer eventually. But yeah, we did end up as a play-in team, and we were a good play-in team at that as well. We finished up at 46 and 36. So what we were trying to accomplish on being a good team and not tanking was what we wanted, and it worked out. So let's go ahead and take a look at the player stats. I did look at trading Michael Porter Jr. at the deadline, and there was some offers. Like, it was really unrealistic for me to do, but I technically could have taken Philly's pick from them for Paul George's contract and got their 2027 unprotected when they were the 14th seed in the East. So that would have set us up big, but it was just so crazy that I don't think Philly would do something that dumb. But and then I could have taken Grant's contract on as well and got a pick. But I kind of want to have cap flexibility this offseason. But we are going to be playing the Pacers, who were also in the play-in, obviously, and they lost out on their pick. The Clippers got it. So let's see if we can beat them to get in. And we do not beat that, or we do not win that first game. And now we're going to play Washington, which of course is a team that's ascending as well. So let's see if we can't come out here and get in. Now, of course, we don't want to forfeit a lottery pick to the Houston Rockets. We don't have to. Let's see what happens. We hang on here. So, hey, mission accomplished. We made the playoffs. Now, of course, I don't expect to go far when we're here, but Tyler Herro had 37 in that play-in game, which is big time. Now I get to play Cade Cunningham and the Pistons, which of course is just going to be extremely tough. But let's go ahead and see what kind of fight we put on. So game one is going to go to Detroit. They beat us by 30. 30 from Tyler Herro, though. Game two, they even it up 1-6, or sorry, they go up 2-0. We do not even it up. Game three goes to them. So yeah, I guess it's mission accomplished. We established somewhat of a winning culture, but of course, we're not close to contending just yet. So Detroit, though, does make it all the way to the finals, and the Timberwolves beat them in 6 to win a championship. So that Knicks pick we did trade away ended up being the 27th pick, so I cannot be mad at that. And then we have the 19th pick in this draft as well. So I think trading 27 in a weaker draft class for Tyler Herro is decent business. I'll take it. We will be picking 19 in this draft, so we'll go ahead and see what we could potentially accomplish at pick 19. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take DJ Wagner here at pick 19, and I'm going to feel pretty good about it out of Arkansas. So welcome to the Brooklyn Nets. 72 overall. Not going to be somebody that plays right away, but maybe eventually can crack the rotation. So we'll accept all of these team options, by the way, as well. And then qualifying offers, nothing going on here. For free agency, of course, we have Tyler Herro, who's asking for a lot less than the $33 million he was getting. And then this is a good free agency class. So Wemby, which I, of course, hate that. I hated that he got a concussion. It was really unfortunate. But Yeah, it just happened, I guess. Giannis is also here, but with Boozer, I don't think I'm going to go for Giannis. Jokic, Donovan Mitchell. So I think my main thing is, which again, I actually don't know what our, let me look at what our salary is actually looking like, because I don't think, yeah, Claxton's making a decent amount, but that drops off next year. Boozer, of course, has a decent salary. Yeah, Gordimon. So we should have a decent amount of money. In fact, let's go ahead and look at all the cap holds we have. So Michael Porter Jr.'s cap hold is massive, and so is Josh Minot, Clowney, Sharp. So I'm going to renounce all of these, and then I'm going to, of course, resign Tyler Herro to the $20 million he's asking for. I'm not getting him 5 years, so yeah, we will definitely have some money to spend after this, so we should definitely spend it. So I think $25 million for 3 years is fine. I think I can live with that, so we're going to do that. It leaves us with $60 million still to spend, so we could go after like a Giannis, I think, in theory. I mean, should we? I don't know. I feel like Giannis and Boozer would be kind of weird, but there is Mitchell. Not sure that's the best way to go about things either. Kyrie Irving, I mean, that experiment already would happen, so I'm not going to do that either. Could throw like a bag at a restricted region as well. Let me kind of sort this out and see what we want to do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and throw an offer to Sar Thompson to be our starting small forward, at least for now. I'm giving him the exact same salary as Tyler Herro, and I'm also just bringing back Josh Minot for depth. So we already have our superstar, and we just have like a supporting scorer next to him with Tyler Herro. So as long as Boozer blossoms, that's all that's really going to matter. Herro averaged 25 points per game last year, so we really can't be mad at that. So Herro, Traore, Yegor Dimon, Drake Powell, who will continue to develop as well, Dash Daniels and Wagner, as well as guys who can develop in the future. Asar, Josh Minot, Boozer, Tiller, and then Wolf and Claxton. So I do think I'm going to sign maybe one more front court player. So like, not Diabate, sorry, Champagny, which I think I'm going to go ahead and give him a deal. So let's go ahead and give him a 2-year deal somewhere to Josh Minot. If we can get him, we do. All right, I'm cool with that. So let's go to player progression. Let's see what it looks like. Boozer, of course, is the biggest thing to watch here. He's up to an 85, which is nice. Drake Powell's up to a 79. Danny Wolf, and then Dash Jones is developing slowly as well. And so is Bryson Tiller. So all very good signs, but let's go ahead and get into year number 2. We made the playoffs last year, getting a little bit better day by day. But of course, we are still far away from feeling like a contender, but we'll keep building as we go on. So power rank once again is pretty low on us, but that's how they were with us last year, and we made the playoffs, so we'll see how it looks this year. But we have Tyler Herro, Yegor Dimon, Asar Thompson, Boozer, Claxton, Traore, Josh Minot, Champagny, Drake Powell, and Danny Wolf. So of course I will show you if we do make any trades at the deadline. I'm assuming I won't, but it just, I guess, depends as always. So let's simulate to the end of year 2. Hopefully this team is just as decent as they were last year with, of course, Asar Thompson brought in, Boozer developing a little bit more. Off to a little bit of a rough start, but actually, do we ever pick this offseason? Because technically, if we do, then it's fine. Which, yes, I think we do have our pick because that's the Mikal Bridges trade showing up now. So pretty sure we have our pick, which is good. Though I guess even if we're bad, it's not necessarily a terrible thing. So at the end of this season, Wemby wins MVP. Cameron Williams is your Rookie of the Year. Mikal Brown is your 6th man. Wemby is your DPOY. And Duara is your Most Improved. D-Book's your Clutch Player. And Jason Kidd, Coach of the Year in Charlotte, which they're up to a 60-22 team, which is good for them. A Cup MVP went to Paulo. So here's your All-NBA first team. This is where we can really start to see if we have any All-NBA representatives, but we're probably still a little bit away from that. But you got Scoot Henderson, which, man, am I proud of this man right now. I had my doubts. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I was always, Scoot, fan club or whatever. But man, he has looked amazing in the playoffs, dude. It's so awesome to see. All defensive second team from Asar Thompson. But yes, I hope that play continues going forward. Scoot has been everything you could have asked for in the playoffs so far. So 4th seed in the East, though, as we went on that little side tangent, but 48-34. So again, we continue to get better, and I think as we keep going, we will get better. So to me, the one thing that I think eventually I'm going to try to upgrade, because I actually kind of like the lineup we already have, as long as Boozer is going to continue to develop, maybe to like a 90+ overall. I think the center position is going to need an upgrade eventually, because Claxton, of course, does not move from the 81, but he'll be a good backup. But I like Asar Thompson. I like Yegor Dimon if he's going to continue to develop. And Herro is bringing a scoring punch that we need next to Boozer. So I'm really happy with where we're at already. But we get to play the Orlando Magic in round 1. We have Suggs, Desmond Bane, Franz, Paulo, Wendell Carter, Anthony Black. So it's kind of the same Magic team we're all aware of. But let's see if we can win a series this year. So we beat them by 9, 36 from Boozer, start things off. Game 2 goes to them, though. Game 3 goes to Orlando. They blow us out in that one, and they're up 3-1. So that's not good. We will win Game 5, though, so let's go into Simcast Game 6 to see if we can't force a Game 7 back to Brooklyn. Let's see if we got it in us to do that. The Orlando Magic are giving us a close one here. Do we ever take... Nah, they run away with it at the end. But again, that's okay. We're only going to continue to get better. Yeah, if our leading scorer in an elimination game was Josh Minot, we probably lost. So that makes sense. Okay, let's see who goes on to win the championship this year. We got the Warriors who got Giannis, which of course I could have went after him. But I think with Boozer, it just wouldn't have made a ton of sense. So Knicks win. They beat the Warriors in 5 games. So of course, their pick is not going to be anything special this offseason that we have. But one pick I wasn't thinking about is the Phoenix Suns pick at pick 7, where I guess being the 7th best odds. I didn't realize we also had the Suns pick, unless it's... Wow. Okay, so I did not see this coming. To be honest with you, we got the number 1 pick with the 7th best odds, and the Suns have Philadelphia's pick getting number 2. So kind of ironic in a way. And then the Knicks have our pick, and then we have, or I guess we pick swapped with them, obviously. So 21. So yeah, pick 21. It was a pick swap. But wow, we are walking away with the number 1 pick in this draft, which is kind of wild. But wow, yeah. So roster or Spears, I mean, we'll basically kind of have... Wow, yeah. I mean, this really couldn't have worked out better. So obviously, roster and Boozer both play the same position, but we all know how good... I mean, do we take... I think we got to take roster and just make it work, right? But Fernandez, of course, is going to be extended. But this changed the game. I honestly was kind of set with what we had. But now with this pick, it's going to get a little different. So we got to go to protect players, which is going to make things interesting here. So we have to let go of a couple guys, which unfortunately, I think what it's suggesting is probably... Well, actually, no. Let's do this. Let's do this instead. Josh Minot. Yeah, we can do like Wagner, I guess. And something like that, maybe. So yeah, I'll do with that. Let's see what, you know, we're probably going to lose a couple guys, obviously. So draft night, we're picking number 1 overall. I mean, with Boozer, I think we just got to take roster, right? I don't know about a lot about roster's game, but I know how good he develops in 2K. And Spears obviously would be the more natural fit if I had to guess. But obviously, roster I've seen develop like crazy. I mean, Spears does in his own right as well, but give me the guy that I know is just going to give us something right away. So, or not necessarily right away, but I know is going to just turn into a stud. And I'm going to take Ethan Taylor here with this other first, because as I kind of said, center position is going to be something I'm going to be looking to upgrade this offseason. And why not double down on it? Because these guys might be traded away. Might have another second, but at that point, probably going to be overkill. So 81 overall coming out. Roster, Taylor. So yeah, I don't need to sign all of these guys. In fact, I don't have 2 ways on. So we'll sign these 4. Player options. Drake Powell accept. Danny Wolf, I'm probably going to decline at this point. And then qualifying offers, Dash Daniels and Bryson Taylor, I'm going to extend the offers on. I don't assume we have cap. Oh, we actually might have some cap space to just... Could just go give Donovan Kling an offer in free agency, I guess, which might be the best way to solve things. But before I do that... Oh, Sar's here too. Before I do that, I am going to explore the trade market to see if there's a center I want other than what's in free agency. So I'm going after Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler, Klingon. I mean, obviously, we could just give Klingon a contract, but I'm just going to try this instead, where we do have some first to offer, but we're going to try not to offer them too many first so we don't have to. Second, and then let's say we threw in like anybody else we can throw in here, like I don't know if these second round. Okay, so boom, we got Walker Kessler. So Kessler is going to be brought in now to be our new center, which I like because he'll be at least better than what Claxton is in the future. And then we're going to be moving Roster or Boozer to the 3. I guess it would be Boozer in this instance. Of course, it really doesn't matter, but he's just a little bit shorter height wise. So Boozer is going to move to the 3. So Sar Thompson is going to move to the bench, and he also goes up to an 87 overall. So more progression, even faster there. So I like that. And then Roster, Champagny, Kessler, Claxton, we have Herro, and then Yegor Dimon. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty content with this rotation. This team is only going to continue to get better. In fact, I really don't think there's any need to do anything in free agency. The only thing we need now is patience. Like, this team is going to eventually be a contender and a championship team. It's just a matter of watching Roster and Boozer develop together, and it's just wraps from there. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. So let's go ahead and get in the rotation going into year 3, I think, to this point. And as long as, like I said, we just got to be patient. Eventually, this is going to turn into what we want it to turn into. So, Power Rank has us at 9th overall, which is already a good sign. That's a lot higher than they've been lately. So, Herro, Yegor Dimon, Boozer, Roster, Kessler, Asar Thompson, Traore. I mean, our bench is phenomenal as well. And I cannot wait till both these guys are sitting at a 90 overall together. It's going to be wraps from there. So, I will see you guys at the end of the season. I don't know what to expect, of course, with Roster being a rookie this year, if we can already get one. But we'll see. I think we'll definitely be a playoff team. We were off to a rough start last year and eventually turned it around, so I'm not freaked out about the rough start. But I will see you guys at the end of this season, and maybe we can get a championship early on. Maybe this year is our year already. So Wembanyama is going to win MVP. Roster does get Rookie of the Year, which is just fantastic to see. And here are the rest of your awards. Young Hansen, Most Improved over there in Las Vegas. And here is your coach. You're going to Mitch Johnson. Ryan Truss is your executive. But here's your NBA teams. I'm hoping for Boozer here. So not yet, though. Maybe he never gets there with roster being in the room now as well. We'll have to see on that. But hey, roster does make all rookie first team, obviously. So we are the second seed in the East. So already our best finish of the video. Here are your player stats. You had 25 from Herro, 18 from Boozer, 17 from Ross with 8 rebounds, 15 from Yegor Dimon, 14 from Traore, 9 from Asar Thompson, and 7 from Claxton. 7 from Walker Kessler, and Drake Powell actually got hurt, unfortunately. But okay. We are the second seed. Let's go to our 9-man rotation. Herro, Yegor Dimon, Boozer, Rosser, Kessler, Traore. We'll see how far we can go. Of course, we still have a bunch of time here, even if we do not get a championship right now. But we got the Atlanta Hawks in round 1, so we'll see how this is going to go. So bonus is their starting center. So game 1 is going to go to us, 123-86. Game 2 is going to go to us as well. Off to a very good start here with 30, averaging 29 in the playoffs so far, shooting 57% from 3. Of course, only through 2 games. We're up 3-0, so far so good. We beat them in 5. They won game 4, by the way, and they won game 6. Or sorry, they won game 5, but we won game 6. Okay, so New York or Miami, 2 teams we made a trade with Miami earlier, and we traded the Knicks pick to them, so a little bit of connections there. But we got the Battle of New York in round 2. So let's see if we can't take out the team, of course, we made the Mikal Bridges trade with. They got him still over there with Cat, Cam Whitmore, Brunson, OG, Cam Spencer, Javon Small, and Jaden. Game 1 goes to us, 114-92, 16-12 from Cat. Game 2 is going to go to us as well, 119-117, 51 from Jalen Brunson. They still lost. Game 3 goes to us. It looks like we might have found a new king of New York, right? Oh, maybe. I don't know. Are they going to come back? No, we beat them in 5. Okay. And Charlotte, who, I don't know if it was this year, maybe it was last year, but of course they won Coach of the Year at one point with Jason Kidd. And I just did a Hornets rebuild, and unfortunately that video, oh, Detroit's coming back though. And they did complete the comeback. So we could deal with Cade Cunningham and Jalen Green, which again is always interesting because of course those 2 guys aren't very fond of each other. But okay. We got Herro hitting the bench, which is kind of interesting, I guess. But everyone is fully healthy still to this point. Detroit, we are definitely a good team, but are we fully ready is the question. So game 1 goes to Detroit. They win by only 1 point, so that's unfortunate. Cade had 47, though. They're up 2-0, so we may not be ready to ooh, hold on. We win. Yeah. So we're not ready to take out the Pistons just yet. But we did make it to the conference finals. And we know we're only going to get better. So eventually their time is going to be up. But the Pistons are going to go and win a championship. So yeah, Cade is just that dude. He's hard to take down. So I don't think we have any projected lottery picks this offseason, which is probably good because I think we don't have a ton of room for development. But we do have 2 first-round picks that, of course, actually 3. I might look to trade up because I don't know if adding 3 rookies right now is the best thing to do. So that's probably the next move here is try to trade up in this draft. Let's shoot for pick 11 from the Jazz for 3 first, and they do agree to it. So we actually are going to get a lottery pick. So let's go ahead and see what we can do with it. Jorge Fernandez is still safe with me. Let's head to draft night, take whoever we can at 11, and see if they develop anything for us down the line. So Cam Mercer, we have Austin Leonard. Shooting guard definitely is something I would consider. Oh, Beckham Black as well, which I know he can turn into a really good player. But I'm going to take Austin Leonard because I don't know if I've taken him before. Actually, I may have, but Beckham Black I've had before as well. So, but again, 72 overall, someone who might just develop eventually. I'm going to decline Darius with him being a 69 overall. Yegor Dimon, Traore, and Drake Powell are all guys I do want to keep around. So let's see if we can keep them all together. So they're not going to ask for too much money. Traore, I'm going to try to get him for maybe a little bit cheaper than what he's asking for. Yegor Dimon, I mean, that's a steal at that point. And Drake Powell, yeah, I think I'm fine with that too. So those 3 guys will be secured, which is good. We are losing Shinpenny, which does suck a little bit, but we do have money. But of course, we do have to pay guys eventually. So I'm not really going to freak out with the money that we do have. But we could use a power forward. So let's go sign a 4 who could just be fine, like a Jordan Walsh or something like that on a 1-year deal or something along the lines. That sounds good to me. And I'm going to get a 3rd-string center just in case as well. So give me like Iguodaro for a year. So something like that. Iguodaro, and Jordan Walsh does not choose us, which sucks a little bit, but that's okay. Yaxel can be my guy then. So we'll go ahead and give him a minimum, and he's going to come here. All right, now to find out how much these guys are going to continue to develop. So, yeah, 89 and 87 respectfully. So I think next year, now, unfortunately, do have our centers regressing, which kind of sucks. And Drake Powell, I guess, has hit a ceiling as well. But he didn't he didn't get that big of a contract, so it's fine. Okay, but Rosser and Boozer are going to be able to step up, while the Herro is going to, of course, add his scoring punch as well. So I'm very optimistic about next season potentially being a year where we could see a championship coming to Brooklyn. So our best proficiency so far, with it being a 4-star, in here, of course, is going to be your lineup. So we got Herro, Yegor Dimon, Boozer, Rosser, Kessler, Asar Thompson, Traore, Claxton, Drake Powell, and Yaxel Lindbergh. So we're going to see how the season goes. Like I said, power rank 5th overall, proficiency 4-star. So my expectations are super high. I'm expecting a potential championship this year. We'll see if we can meet those expectations at the end of the season when we find ourselves hopefully in the playoffs. So our best finish of the video so far up to this point, which is just amazing. Dash Jones went to Chicago and started balling out, so that's good for him. Honestly, I didn't even realize he left us up till now. That kind of sucks to have lost him. Look what he did in Chicago, but maybe it was better for his career anyway. Unfortunate there, but I think it's because he was a 2nd-round pick. I didn't notice, but all right, that's an L on my part, but I think we'll still be okay. So Sheldon Wingate is your executive of the year, and Fernandez is your coach of the year. So here is your NBA first team. Unfortunately, Peterson is hurt for the Kings, which they'll be coming up soon as well. Yeah, seeing Dash Jones make an All-NBA first team already is kind of wild, but okay, shout out to him. The All-NBA second team, maybe I missed the mark there. Rosser does have an injury going in, which is kind of unfortunate, but hopefully he can play through it. All-NBA third team, all defensive first, and all defensive second. All rookie teams here as well, but we are the first seed in the East, so we should have easier, well, in theory we should have easier competition, but we know 2K, sometimes they throw you the toughest opponents, you know, up to the right away, like Detroit, for whatever reason, to play-in team. You know, that's happened to me before. So it is going to be the New York Knicks, which we did take care of them last year, so you'd have to hope that we get a similar result here, but we shall see. How long is his injury still sitting, lingering? 2 to 4 weeks. So game 1, gonna go to New York, and okay, we evened it up though, so at least we didn't go down 0-2. Game 3 is gonna go to us. Game 4 gonna go to us. Do we beat them 5? Yes, we do. Okay, and how is Rosser's injury now? They're both injured, but hey, oh, never mind. So he's 1 to 2 weeks away. Day-to-day still on Boozer now, which is a new injury. But hey, Detroit's not here, which they've been our problem. I get to play Charlotte Hornets, which I don't think we had to deal with them last year because, of course, Detroit beat them. So we'll see if they're a problem for us this time around. So game 1 is going to go to us, 121 to 118. Game 2 is going to go to them. They get a road win. So do we, though. We return the favor. Maybe we get both road wins. Yes, we do. Do we beat them in 5? No. Let's simcast game 6 because I'm kind of scared. So game 6 on the road in Charlotte. We've already won on the road twice. So let's see if we can't do it again. We have a lead at the moment, but they are not too far behind. In fact, they are not going to take it back. What are the injuries looking like now? And hey, they're both healthy, so we are in the conference finals playing Atlanta, which we beat them earlier pretty easily, if I remember correctly. I think they forced it to 6, though, so I guess it wasn't as easy as I remember, but still a team we should beat. We'll see, I guess, but game 1 goes to us, 134 to 102. Great start. Game 2 goes to Atlanta. Game 3 goes to us, though. Game 4 goes to Atlanta. I think we bring out the simcast. We have Asar Thompson hurt, which kind of sucks, but can we go up 3-2 at home in Brooklyn to take an advantage in the series? They've had to lead a little bit of most of this game, and unfortunately, we are going to allow them to walk away with the lead, and they are up 3-2. So I'm going to bring out the aim rotation, and we're going to see if we can't force a game 7 and have momentum back in Brooklyn. We start out with a win in the first quarter by 10. We win the second quarter. We have the foot on the pedal in the third quarter. I think it's safe to say we've forced... yeah, we forced a game 7. Okay, Traore with a big one. Game 7. Here we go. Asar's still hurt. Everyone else is fine. Atlanta, 8-man rotation's been brought out as well. Let's see if we can't go out here and win game 7. They did just win a road game, and we did as well. Just don't let that theme continue. We start out here with a nice lead, and we will take them out in game 7 to make it to the NBA Finals. We get to play the Kings, who we know have Darren Peterson, and of course, they also have Luka Doncic. That's funny. So, Peterson and Luka. I don't know if I've seen that. Oh, and Cameron Williams, OG, and wow, this is a very good put together Kings team. Shout out to the Kings front office, because this is something they've never been able to accomplish in quite some time, but this actually looks like a very competent team. Cameron Williams, Luka, Darren Peterson, kind of terrifying, and I'm actually a little scared here, but wow, they're all doing really well as well. 25, 24, and 23. Damn, yeah, this is going to be a tough series. Let's actually simcast game 1. We do have some injuries here. So here's going to be back in the starting 5. I didn't mean to click somebody through game 1, but we did win it. So I guess that's good. We were at home as well. Let's even go up 2-0. This Kings team does have me a little terrified, but Maybe we take the 2-0 lead still, and we will overtime. No, they take it. So they're going to have an even series. Now we go on the road. We do win the first road game, though, and we win the other one as well. So I think we might be okay, as long as, of course, we can close them out and don't let them come back from 3-1. In fact, it'd be even better if we could celebrate in front of our home fans, and I can get out here and go catch the potential second half of the Rockets and Lakers game, because unfortunately I had to record this video right after the Blazers and Spurs. So can we close this out here? Let's see. This is going to be a lot closer than we think. I think we got to jump in and watch it unfold. We'll see if we can't close them out. All right, Sacramento's going to inbound it with a 3-point deficit here. Luka Doncic's got Herro guarding him, and he is going to have Kessler kind of come over as well. He gets it out to a wide open Cameron Williams, and Cameron Williams is going to thankfully miss the 3, so that was a really big bailout there. Yeah, Gordon is going to have the ball now. It's 108 to 111. See, we got Herro with the ball, Luka guarding him. Herro's going to take him to the basket, and he's going to give us a 5-point lead. 108 to 113. We're up 3-1, trying to close them out. Herro has 41 points on the night as well. What a trade. And that, of course, was the first one we made of the video on top of that. So, such a great trade that worked out. Williams for 3. Once again, this time he does not miss it. It's back to a 2-point game. So, yeah, we've left him wide open a couple times. And I just noticed we have, or no, rosters in the corner. I'm about to say, I don't think we have either of our forwards on. Oh, wow. Herro could have, that was disgusting. I did not like that shot at all. But he could have done something earlier, because he did cook Luka there. Hood-Schifino for 2, which is kind of crazy that Hood-Schifino's in a rotation still, but okay. Tyler Herro is going to have the ball now, back to a tied game. He is gassed. I would like to see Boozer on the floor if he's not fouled out, but yeah, he's doing too much. Rosser for 3, and Rosser going to knock it down, 161-13. There you go. I'm assuming Boozer's fouled out, unless they put him in this point in the game, but 161-13, got him where we want him. So Boozer, I think, is on the... Yeah, so Boozer's on the floor now, which is good. So Luka's going out right at Herro, obviously. He's going to get double-teamed, though. And he's going to pass it out to Keegan Murray. I almost said Chris Murray, but, of course, same dude at this... no, not quite the same guy, but you know what I mean. But Bazelis for 3. He misses it, and that could be all she wrote. They're going to foul Yegor Dimon at the free throw line, or he's going to go shoot free throws, obviously. The Kings do have 1 timeout to use. Just make at least one. You know, it's a 4-point game now. So if this is a 5-point game, I think it's safe to say we may have brought a championship to Brooklyn. But let's just double check for good measure, just to be safe. All right, inbound, Luka Doncic is going to be wide open for 3, and he is going to miss it. And that should be all she wrote, guys. So we are going to be bringing the Brooklyn Nets an NBA championship, which I'm very happy with, because we didn't even accomplish that in the Hornets video. So that is where I'll end it, and that is where... we'll end this one off. So thank you all for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.